Hey, so I'm going to do the question on page 8. And the reason I put this on here is that the Regents guys like these kind of questions where they give you a bunch of different functions. Sometimes they give it to you with a table. Sometimes they give it to you as a function. Sometimes they give it to you as a graph. Regardless of the way they give it to you, you should be able to compare them, and that's what we're going to do here. So now, one of the things that you should see right away is this function right here, the one on the right, the q of x. All you're going to do is you're going to put that into the calculator and you're going to graph it, right? Now, this table here is also a quadratic because they tell us these are both quadratics. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this table and I'm going to find out what the equation is for this function. And then I'm going to plot it. I'm going to graph it on the same graph with this so that I can actually see how these two compare. So, excuse me. So I'm going to do exactly what I did in the previous page. So, oops, not that. I'm going to go to the spreadsheet. I'm going to put an X here, and then I'm going to put Y here, and then I'm going to enter all of the points from the table. So this is a -4, a -3, a -2, a -1. Oops, that didn't work. A -2, and then a -1, and then 0, and then 1, and then press enter. And then I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go up to the top, and then I'm going to enter the y values, a -12, or I'm entering the outputs. You could say a -16, a -15, a -12, a -7. That should be a -7, by the way. They made a mistake on the actual test, but that should be a -7. Now, once I've got this, I'm just going to go and I am going to plot it. Those are my points. This is going to be the x value. This is going to be the y value. I already know that it's a quadratic. So all I'm going to do now is do menu 4, 6, 4. And that's the equation. It's 1x squared plus 4x minus 12. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this equation, and I'm going to use the other equation, and I'm going to graph them. So I'm going to go here, and we're going to go here for the graph. F1, I'm just going to put in the table. So that's going to be x squared, 1x squared, plus 4x, plus 4x, and then it was minus 12. Minus 12, press enter. All right, that's what the graph looks like. I'm going to pull it up so I can see the minimum or the bottom. And now I'm going to enter the other function that they gave us. So this is going to be x squared plus 2x plus 2x minus 8. Minus 8, press enter. Boom. Now, it's obvious to me that the blue one has the lower minimum. And that's what the question was asking. I didn't actually look at that, but it's saying, which one of those functions has the smallest minimum? Well, when you look at the graph, it's obvious that it's the blue one, which is the table. So that's R of x. This would be R of x. This one is Q of x. Now, so there are two things on there that have R of x. But what we need to do is we need to find the value, the minimum value. And this is how you would do it. If you go menu, trace, 5, 1, basically what this does is you can go left and right, and it's going to tell you some key values. It tells you the y-intercept. If you keep going, it tells you the minimum. So the minimum occurs at a -16. If you want to see the minimum for the other one, you just use the up arrow, and that's going to put you on the other function. And you can do the same thing. What's the minimum for this one? The minimum from this one is a -9. The y value for this one is a -8, and so on and so forth. So the answer for this question would be number 3. 3, so this table has the lowest minimum, and the value is a -16, and that would be how you could do it. So look, when you look at these graphs, this is much easier to tell what's going on with the two graphs, which one has the lower minimum, than looking at just the table. So that's what I would always suggest. When you're given a table and you're given a function, try to convert the table into a function and then graph them both together. All right, let me stop this and post it.